That's what took me. That's basically what took me out the film. At that point, we are no longer friends.
We're no, you mean to tell me that you like actually my son is here. Good luck finding yours.
Welcome back to Grown Folks Talking. I'm your host, CK Caesar, joined by my co-host,
Lola Chanel.
Today we're talking about Denzel Washington and Spike Lee's latest collaborative movie, Highest to Lowest. Lola, a synopsis.
When a Titan music mogul is targeted with a ransom plot, he is jammed up in a life or death moral dilemma. Dun dun dun.
All right, let's get into it. We were going to save this for a different day, but we have, I think, different opinions on the overall, what we overall thought about the film. I liked it enough. But Lola, your opinion?
I just don't like to say this because I just feel like I'm betraying the blacks. I hated it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I strongly, if we were doing one of those, what are those things called? Strongly like.
Oh, strongly agree. Strongly like.
Yeah. Strongly
neutral.
Strongly like neutral. Dislike. Strongly dislike.
Strongly dislike.
I would be a strongly dislike this movie. And I don't like that. It's a Spike Lee joint.
It is a Spike Lee joint. It's one.
It's got all my faves. Jeffrey Wright is in here. Actually, it's only got two of my faves. Jeffrey Wright, Denzel. Oh, Rick Fox was in here. And what's her name?
What? Rick Fox.
Rick Fox. Okay? Rick Fox.
Shout out to the game.
Shout out to Tasha Mack. But
and Anthony Ramos.
Anthony Ramos is, but he got cameos.
But I was
Spike Lee
was surprised
reusing people. Like he likes putting cameos of people that he's worked with before, and it made sense kind of to have him in here. But Jeffrey Wright, Denzel Washington, it had all the components. I didn't like it.
It did. And well, here's where I agree with you. I agree. It had all the components. It just didn't gel like we've known Spike Lee and Denzel to do. So
I thought I was being a hater. Am I not being? No. Am I being a hater?
No, but I think your dislike is stronger than mine. Mine is underwhelmed, not just underwhelmed.
Yeah.
And because I went down after watching the film, I was like, Spike Lee and Denzel have collaborated. Mo Better Blues. That was the first movie that I saw.
That's a good movie.
That movie was when I was in high school. I'm very that movie is personal to me because my high school was the arts high school, and when that movie came, the soundtrack, the mood, Mookie, it was just black excellence all up and down, from the music to the cinematography to the acting to the directing. It was all great. So he did that. That's probably my number one Spike Lee Denzel collaboration. Mm-hmm. He Got Game, which I saw later in life, where he was Shuttle Bittlesworth, and he worked with a real life NBA player whose name escapes me. You have Malcolm X, cultural moment.
Everybody loves Malcolm X. Is probably the Spike Lee Denzel. Like that is everybody's
number one for sure. For sure, no doubt.
Detroit Red, it's he
in the zoot suit, and they're walking down the street. For sure. Just 3 hours. When it was on, I'm like, there's 3 hours of my day.
You've got to sit and watch.
And Delroy Lindo,
the Delroy Lindo,
all just it. Okay, we're getting off.
It's an amazing film. Either way, they've
and
made
Inside Man was the last collaboration.
Yes.
Also, good film. Took place in New York.
Cinematic magic. They have done amazing things, and this just wasn't it.
Yes, we agree on that. This we
I
named
think there were too many plots going on in this movie for me.
Break down the the plots and which one should have been.
The first plot that we are introduced to is David King, or King David, however, because I thought in the entire movie that his name was King David, not David King, until I just looked right here. Maybe I missed it because I just really didn't like it. The first plot we're introduced to is David King is like the head honcho in the music business right now. He has his own record label, but we find out that his record label is going belly up. They're in the process of selling it or merging to get more money with another big conglomerate, and he's trying to do backdoor deals to where he saves it and doesn't have to sell it. He keeps his legacy.
Yeah. And because he was, I guess, getting, they were basically eat up, and he was going to be pushed out, and he's like, I want to own it and go back to how it used to when I was the man making all the decisions, the CEO and stuff like that. Yeah, so there's one. That's one.
And then the second plot is this ransom heist, which his son is presumably taken, but it's not his son who was taken; it's his godson who was taken and being held for ransom. And then at the bottom of all of this, there is an upcoming star who he is like, we gon' take over the world. You're gonna put me back on top.
Yeah.
Once you give me back my money. Because now then we find out that then we find out this guy that he's listening to, he's like, hey, is this a song?
Right.
It's a bad movie to me, but it has potentials. I would watch it again. Just to not hate watching.
I would watch it again because I wouldn't watch it again because I've seen better films with both of these. Iconic.
I also hated the
people.
cop scenes. I hated all the cop scenes because what is he doing here?
The dude from Geico? No.
It's not State Farm. It's not. It's one of them other insurance companies.
It's not Geico. It's Progressive.
It's not Progressive.
Mayhem.
Is it Progressive?
I don't think it's Progressive. Because Progressive is Flow.
Insurance commercial guy.
He's the Mayhem, and I forget the other name. But so while you're looking that up, in the movie I watched it, the other people in the movie theater was like, hey, that's the Mayhem guy.
Allstate. I hate it. You stay in Allstate commercials.
Well, see, here's the thing. He's been an actor prior to the Allstate thing. He was acting.
He was in SVU, Law and Order.
Okay,
that's where I know him from.
I've seen him in other Law and Order or other works. He just got hit, like he got popular. So I say the cast, and so other people in the theater was like, "Oh, that's Mayhem, the Mayhem
Allstate
guy."
Yeah.
So they were taken out of the film, and so was I, because he's so recognizable, and that role doesn't need to be a recognizable role. He needs to be a regular cop.
Glad to when they got the call and the police showed up and that one detective walked in, I said, "This stinks."
When the Mayhem guy walked in?
No, there was no
the black guy?
The black lady. So the scene where they had walked in and they get the call and then they call the police and all the police officers show up to figure out where they're gonna set up to take the ransom call. And she comes in and she's like, can you let me in? And then she steps to the side and she's like, where do we go from here? And then she takes 3 steps, looks at the dining room, and is like, all right, this is perfect. Come on in, guys. Let's get set. That was a terrible scene. I said, Spike, you have an amazing legacy. And this scene just pissed me off because I know what you can do. That was so bad to me. It was so bad.
That took you out?
Like, if there were so many things that took me out.
Well, I'll say for me overall, you have Jeffrey Wright, who's a great, incredible actor, and Denzel. So I've not seen them work together. So I thought this is going to be a good back and forth because these two people are good at their craft. And why I was underwhelmed by the fact that we get through the film, we get through the movie, and we find out that A$AP Rocky was just an upcoming rapper who got the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for the twist because usually the call's coming from inside the house. Like the twist should have been something along the line of, let's say the son was a person who was behind the ransom,
or the wife. She was just
or the wife. Really, I thought it may have been too on the nose. It should have been Jeffrey Wright's character.
Yeah, true.
Because he has been working under King David. He's ran the numbers, and you find out he's smart, but he fell on hard times, lost his wife. I think he did some time, and I could see so I could see the character of I'm just as smart as you. Had I not made this wrong decision, I could have been a road through the reverse. And now that wasn't it. And even in the hospital, when
it fell flat,
he figured out that song that his son was saying that Jeffrey pulled, I forget his name. Jeffrey's like, oh, that song is the same song that this person sent me, and he figured out who it was. Paul.
Uncle Paul.
So I said, so then someone in the theater was like, oh, it's Paul. Paul's the one who did it. And I was like, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
So
it wasn't.
So that was it. So what?
The only scene in this that I liked was the scene between A$AP and Denzel when they were in the studio.
Rapping
because
back and forth.
It was great. It was like boom, boom, pam.
Young
boom,
head,
boom,
old head, and then it
made sense. It ebbed and flowed.
It ebbed and flowed, and it escalated. It was just like, okay, so
where are we going from here?
Where we're going from here, and then it went a shootout. But also in the disappointment, I knew that this movie was based on Akira Kurosawa. He's a filmmaker. He's a Japanese filmmaker or Asian filmmaker. I don't know if he's Japanese. And he did the film Rosh Hashanah, which people have copied over and over again. It's basically something happens to a woman and you're trying to figure out who did it. And what happens is three different perspectives on the same story. So the best analogy would be, what's the movie with the dude? Kaiser Sose, the Usual Suspect. Usual Suspect. Does that sound familiar? Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
Sorry.
So Akira Kurosawa did the first version. His movie Rosh Hashanah was the first version of that. Okay. And so he did another. So he's very in the film world. People copy his stuff or pay homage to stuff all the time. So he did this movie called High to Low. That's
okay.
Right. And we were getting. Yeah. I went around.
It's all right.
So Spike Lee did his version of Akira Kurosawa's movie.
I would have loved this version if it was from 3 different points of views.
Like a mix.
A mix would have been great.
It's also based on a novel. So I said, there's more meat to this movie, and that meat seems to have been extracted. The reason why I say that is, you're telling me your best friends, Paul and King are best buds.
Mm-hmm.
Their kids grew up together. They're both boys. Their boys are best friends, essentially. There's a kidnapping, a whole bunch of money. The that King David is like, okay, I'll pay the money. I'll pay the money for my son. For my son. No, I mean, it's my son. All right, fine. It's not his son. It's the godson. He hesitates.
When they got him back and they left him down there with I was like, damn, where's the loyalty? You was just bragging, yeah, that's my son and my godson. Right. And that's your best friend of all this time. And yes. you don't even console him? Mm. You just go upstairs and leave him in the basement with all the police officers. Right. While he asking questions.
Right. Not getting answers, asking questions. And then they have a conversation and basically he's just like,
sorry. My bad. I said, what?
And that's basically what took me out the film. At that point, we are no longer friends.
You mean to tell me that you like, actually, my son is here. Good luck finding yours. You bragging. He would have been all types of bad words. Also, I'm looking at this, and this is saying that it's rated R.
Oh, really?
That's a stretch. There's nothing about this movie that I would be like.
Not even language.
My kids wouldn't. Not see. Yeah, it's a bunch of cussing, but it ain't nothing.
I mean, it doesn't reach any.
It's no gore. It's no
gore. No one dies.
No one dies. We don't even see a lot of blood. We saw Jeffrey get hit in the eye with some glass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Paul.
Yeah. Maybe
it's just not. Of all the black film and television that I have watched in the year 2025, this would have to be at the very bottom. And I hate to say that because you know how I feel about the Negroes.
Yes. There was a good film in there. It just didn't. It didn't rise to the occasion that it didn't land at all. And we know these two and this story. I think this. If it's based on a novel, you know, novels, they flesh stuff out. You got, didn't see that. I mean, so
this movie, unfortunately, as I was watching it, I was just like, they were bored and had money.
Oh yeah, wow. There were bright. Let's talk about the bright spots.
Let's talk about the bright spots. Like I said, I love the scene. I loved the scene where Denzel and A$AP Rocky were in the studio and they were talking and they were rapping to each other and they was going back and forth. There was the love-hate scene. That was my favorite scene.
I actually liked the Puerto Rican Day Parade scene. I know that happens in New York, and I would say the third character in this film was the city of New York. And you saw the bridge, and you saw how it led to King David's apartment, and you saw all the different aspects of New York in this one movie. So
that's the cinematography. If one thing Spike Lee gonna do is he gonna pay homage to New York
for real, and the highs and the lows. So you saw how rich King David was. He had the nice car. You saw Rick Fox with the program, and then you saw when he went to the girlfriend's apartment and they were struggling. And then we went to the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and you saw the big Latino culture at celebrating. And I believe the artist that was playing is a big Latin X artist. And you saw how the scene, like he played. They kept going back to that scene of him performing, and I was like, "Oh, I bet this happened live." Like I would think he's like, y'all gonna be there? Let's film this." And the cameos from Anthony Ramos and Rose Perez, which I always love seeing good old Anthony, and then how you saw the subway and that whole that was cool. that was cool. So I was like, there were parts visually that were enjoyable, but we don't go for the movies for the visuals.
Visually, a Spike Lee joint is always going to be visually pleasing.
Yes.
Everything else fell flat.
Everything else fell flat. You also saw his auteur moment. So you saw the black police officer. He was on the track. You know how Spike Lee, he does put people on the track and then has them moving through the screen. He did that. The long shot. It?
Huh? What's the name? I'm trying to figure out what he calls that shot.
I don't know.
I just watched
something
with him and Denzel talking about the shots and the different shot selections. I can't remember it, but okay, yeah.
Then he did in the scene that you liked, you know, or after the rap scene, you had a scene where Denzel's just sitting there and Spike loves to hold a long shot and nobody move. It's just time's ticking. So he did that staring at camera. The apartment was A24. This is the A24 film. The apartment number was A24.
Yeah.
I was like, I caught that.
We love the little Easter eggs.
Little Easter eggs. And then you had the Why Are They Here? Ice Spice. Why was she here? I thought she was the girl who ends up singing, performing for him.
I was about to say or even the girlfriend.
Yeah.
The way they made it seem, I was like, well, this is just she just was here just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun.
I guess
it was it could have been anybody, and it was a wasted scene.
How much did she make for that one scene?
She was probably one day. What do you call it?
Yeah, she just had a cameo.
Just had a cameo.
We could have just said she was Ice
Spice. And the biggest disappointment was plot-wise or story-wise is that Denzel's character never grew. Like no one ever. There was no character arc. Like he wasn't even he wasn't even a bad guy.
13 minutes of this movie.
At all. So you're just like, okay, maybe he's a bad guy at the beginning, and then he softens because he sees, there's more to life than money.
Soft and he was the bad guy, but it was just.
It did none of that.
It was just
well acted for the most part, but
for the most part, yeah.
But there was a lot of times where just like, this is Denzel being Denzel, and
that's why I said they just wanted to have fun and make another film with each other.
The marketing lead tour has been funnier, have been more entertaining than the actual movie was.
I also thought I would see more of A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, me too. Because he was in the tour, he was in the marketing promotion too. So I was like, oh,
I thought he was the
son. I thought he wasn't. I didn't know he was the final boss. I thought he was just a regular criminal, but the final boss was going to be, like I said, Jeffrey Wright or the Denzel Washington's real. Indeed. But he acted against Denzel. He did a good job.
He did a great job. I think this wasn't his acting debut.
No. The last point I wanted to make was, I feel that Spike wanted to make a referendum on social media and how we're in a space and age where you get people to like you as a person versus your talent as an artist. And so you have
that's just the day and age that we're in.
And I think Spike Lee doesn't like, so they're arguing at the end when A$AP Rocky's in jail, they're going back and forth, and it's over fan follower culture. And I think that point didn't land because A$AP Rocky's character is right. I'm gonna get out of jail and I'm gonna be bigger than ever.
Yeah.
Spike Lee is known for his social commentary, and this film didn't do that like we've seen him do way, way better in the past. Yeah. When it comes to his other work.
Yeah.
So, lastly, we rate our films 1 to 10. What are you giving this film?
can't. Just off the strength of it being a Spike Lee joint, I'm just gonna give it a 6.
Oh wow!
I'm just gonna give it a 6.
Generous. I'm at 5. I'm at
I'm
neutral. Really, you at a 1. Come on.
I can't give this man's film a 1. Well, I gotta work with him. I gotta work with him and Denzel.
You do. He's gonna make another film. He's gonna redeem himself, for sure.
But I mean, there are a bunch of Spike Lee joints that I love, that I hold dear to my heart.
Yeah. Well, okay, what are your
Crooklyn
top
with
3?
Alfred Woodard.
Crooklyn is my number 1.
Crooklyn is my number 1.
Absolutely.
Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
And
Crooklyn, when they went to the South, and the film changed to linear, and we was in the Bible Belt in the church. I was
love that. Cinematography gold.
Yeah,
he knew. I put Mo Better Blues up there, but I love his. I loved his remake of She's Gotta Have It with Anthony Ramos and I want to call her Nola Darling, but I know that that's not her name. It
starts with a D.
It does start with a D.
Yes, that series. It took a minute for it for me to be like episode 2 or 3, and I was like, okay.
I loved it the moment that
it dropped.
The Wonder Wise.
Thank you.
The Wonder Wise.
Yes, some pretty eyes. That was a great,
beautiful lady.
Good series. Good series,
so
and
good.
A great makeup over the original. She's Gotta Have It, because in the original one, the girl gets raped. Now it's like, really, Spike? And he has said in interviews in the past he would have redid that.
I'm glad he did.
Yes,
I'm glad that she had agency and autonomy, and she was a lover, and she went by her own metrics of life. But there are a lot of Spike Lee joints that I like, so I'm just going to Mr. Spike Lee. I'm going to give you a 6 for this film. Hope to work with you one day. Love you so much.
All right. Very good. And on that note, I think this film would be a good.
Let's just rework it.
Rework it.
Take it
rework
back.
it. If you want to see it, you can see it. It's not. I'm not going to say it's not the worst film I've ever seen.
If you already pay for Apple TV, I'm not going to say that. Go to the box office, guys.
Yeah, matinee for sure.
Matinee, $5 Tuesday.
$5 Tuesday. Get you some popcorn. Enjoy the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Enjoy the music from that. Enjoy the scenic shots of New York, and then
all of the things.
Go about your day.
All of the things.
Lastly, I want to say, we're done with highest lowest. I saw the pickup with Keke Palmer and Eddie Murphy and
I gotta watch that.
Pete Davidson. It's a good Saturday watch. It's not enough to talk about on the podcast. I mean, it's a fun caper film. Keke.
She's a hoot.
She is a hoot and a half. A hoot and a half. Enjoyable film. I would rewatch it. It's a good Saturday night. I'm staying at home and I want to watch a film. It's an hour and 30 minutes. It's a good time. And on that note, please like. Please subscribe. Run it up.
Talk to us, we talk back.
We do talk on every platform. And we will catch y'all later.
Bye.